And welcome back again to Sharin No Kuni. I was just looking there because I wasn't sure if my microphone actually picks up. For the sole reason that I'm always a little bit paranoid about those things. Anyway, what should only be a short break between sessions became 1 or 2 hour break. Because for some reason, if I stop recording something, I immediately get super sleepy, and I kind of sink into myself on this chair whenever I stop the recording. It seems to be, I don't even know what it is. I mean, I just feel suddenly exhausted when I stop the recording, even though I only wanted to take a short break. But at least I finished it up so that it could be released on the same day, so that's at least a good thing. Well, not this one, but the one before. I at least was able to prepare it. Anyway, let's continue where we left off. I mean, it's even getting interesting, and I'm really into it, but it's hard for me to make you believe it. For the sole reason that I take so many breaks in between. I don't even know why. I really like what's going on here, but maybe it just hits too much home, so that it really gets to me more than I anticipate? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, music kicking. Great. The music we heard for at least 2 hours now. Well, not on one go, but maybe you did. Kenichi. I didn't have much time left. Well, it's going pretty much according to schedule, at least. Knocking out 4 people had been a bit difficult. Did Pops already go all the way up to the roof? Jeez. Whoa, he took already care of them. No epic fight scene? I needed to get Natsumi out of there while I had the chance. I took a deep breath and stared at the door in front of me. Is this it? I took out the counterfeit ID that Isuno had made for me. Please work. I passed the card through the slot. Whoa! The door slid open just like that. Did it, Isuno. With a little help from Dad. See, Isuno became... Oh god, I haven't even realized it! Isuno became one of the most important characters. I knew he had some kind of key role in this whole thing. And that was his key role. I advanced into the basement, musing lightly to myself. You know, this stone stairway was pretty out of place for a school. Man, I can't believe he went out of his way to build something like this over summer break. You'd have to be pretty much off your rocker to consider doing something like that. I'll be there soon, Nakchan. I descended the passage. I hope Oni-chan is safe. Hoizuki should have gone to the roof in order to have a little confrontation with her. All I could do was hope he let her get away with this one. Oh god, now I'm worried about her. Wait, who I was worried about in the first... With... Oh yeah, with Nakchan. Stars filled the night sky. The sheer energy of the struggle between the people and the public security police permeated all the way to the roof. The woman's legs trembled with fear. Fear of the man standing behind her. However, she was also filled with a sense of relief for a job well done. Or job done well. I can't really place the voice. Is this Ririko or is this Sachi?
上まで上がってきちゃった。
I think it's Ririko. Wow, he really did come all the way up here. She slowly turned around.
リリコさんそっくりでしょ。
Wait, what? Bravo! That was... Wait, what? Wait, what? No way that she was there the whole time. This was not her voice. Oh, now I know how they did this. She was standing there, but the voice came from a total different room. Oh my god, Toka! Oh man, you take really a huge risk. But the interesting thing is, I don't know. Oh my. I look just like Ririko-san, don't I? She had wanted to distract Hoizuki from his prey for as long as possible. And so, One Touka, despite the objections of the others, had come up with a plan to stall him. Wait, but Touka of all people? Oh god.
Oh, 樋口リリ子は下の放送室か。
Oh, so Higuchi Ririko is in the broadcasting room below. Before the execution ceremony had gotten underway, Touka had snuck into the school, carrying with her the majestic curtain which now hung from the roof. She had donned Higuchi Ririko's clothing, thus adopting the likeness of one bearing the maximum penalty. As such, the public security police had not deterred her from her task. Kenichi had been flatly against Touka's proposal. Oh, good. Certainly, it was true that he would have a larger window of opportunity with which to rescue Natsumi if Hoizuki were lured to the roof. However, the person who assumed the role of his bait would be placing themselves in grave danger. Spuriously assuming the guise of one bearing the maximum penalty was a severe crime after all. And the person who would commit this crime would come face to face with Hoizuki Masaomi himself. Spuriously? Shouldn't it be called purposefully assuming? I bet that's the retranslation. Wait a minute. Spuriously. Off. Fuck, my thing doesn't work. There we go. Oh! Wait. There's no mistakenly, wrongly, falsely, incorrectly. No, that can't be it. That's a really new word. Oh. No one would be able to come to her aid. Oh, God. Touka, however, refused to budge. But why? She was new to the group. He has only faced him 2 times, I think? Well, there's something weird with me going on right now because I always get these unnice sensation of the smell of smoke. You know, cigarette smoke. And I don't know where it comes from. I mean, I've showered, I have fresh clothes on, but it still smells like cigarette here. And I don't know why. And I'm not a smoker, by the way. I mean, most of my family, my sister, my stepfather, and an uncle of mine, I was to visit there yesterday, and they all smoke. So yeah, I had to change clothes and everything. But after I changed clothes, and today it still smells, or I smell like smoke still. I don't know why. That's really distracting. Okay, this crime would want to cater. Tooka, however, refused to budge. Sorry for the interruption, though. Perhaps she had been spurred forth by her sense of loneliness. Yeah, I mean... Oh yeah, why Tooka? I mean, she is only recently a friend with all of them. And the others know each other for years. So this is kind of weird. For amongst all of Kenichi's companions, Tooka was the only one who had not experienced the weight of the uprising. This is exactly what I thought. So Tooka got to thinking. She pondered things again and again, sitting in the midst of the genius Isuno and the driven Sachi. She pondered just what an ordinary girl such as herself could do. Tooka had always experienced great difficulty making even the most trifling decisions for herself. And yet she desperately thought to find that which she could do for her friends. When she had finished her search, Tooka turned to Kenichi, who had been unable to accept her proposal, and gave him a smile filled with the utmost serenity. Since this is something I decided for myself.
私を捕まえてもこの場は収まらないんだからね。
Oh god, what's wrong with me? It's like there is actual smoke here, and I don't know. I mean, my neighbor is a smoker, but it was never the case that it was here. Oh, don't know what this is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait, filled with the utmost, since this is something I decided for myself. Okay, the end will come. Okay. But fuck! Okay, even if you catch me, you won't stop what's going on here. She gradually worked her way backwards to the edge of the roof while speaking. She had to use the rope tied to the fence in order to escape to the floor below. Hoizuki suddenly dropped the gun he was pointing at Tooka.
おおむね予定通りか。
Mostly according to plan, I see. He vanished from the roof with the same suddenness. He was expecting that to happen?
あれ
What? Tooka couldn't help but feel that it had been a tad anticlimactic. Yeah? And she could not help but feel a bit uneasy. What if Hoizuki were not pursuing Higuchi Ririko? What if he were heading to the prison? She wanted to be of aid to Kenichi, no matter how weakly.
手紙の続きをお伝えします。
I will continue with the letters. The voice which had spoken to the people's souls continued. What happened? I arrived in front of the iron prison door.
お疲れ様です。
Huh? Wait, what? Welcome back, sir. Good work.
な、
I took advantage of his confusion to jump around to his back. Oh god, I have something in my throat, just suddenly. So you are the last. I choked his carotid artery from behind, laying him flat. Oh, the same thing Solid Snake does when he grabs someone, then... There we go. I felt through his pockets. Nice, it's right here. I would really have been screwed if pups were carrying this. It actually felt like things were going a bit too well. For example, I hadn't heard so much as a single shot from outside. Shouldn't there have been a riot going on? But damn, don't tell me this is all part of Pop's trap. No, I was just overthinking this. I had the power to overcome Hoizuki. Let me just open you up. I inserted the key into the padlock. Means she's not there anymore.
どうして
Oh, Natsumi is there. Okay. How? Natsumi clearly could not believe her eyes. Yo, Nak-chan. Sorry to keep you waiting.
ケンちゃん
Sorry, but I don't really have the time to explain. Come on, Nak-chan.
どうして
How? What is it? Did I forgot to shave part of my beard?
ケンちゃんケンちゃん
Oh, she's just so happy to see you! But I think you just want to play it cool. Natsumi clung to me.
ケンちゃんケンちゃん
Nak-chan. I forgot about everything else for a second there. We seriously didn't have time for this. Nak-chan, we've gotta hurry!
ケンちゃんどうするの
Ken-chan, what are you going to do? First, we need to get out of here. Once we reach somewhere safe, we'll take it from there.
そうかそうだねごめんね
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Alright, this way. I took Natsumi's hand and led her back through the passage I entered from. Make sure you don't fall.
大丈夫
Yes, I'm okay. It was a straight path from here on out. If Hoizuki were up there, things would not turn out well. You're okay, aren't you, One-chan? I ascended the passage with Natsumi, believing that One-chan was safe. Hopefully. Sweet! No one's here. The guards were still unconscious. Nak-chan, this way. I was under the impression that she was bound there naked, but yeah, I think that would be pretty absurd, wouldn't it? I know, why am I bringing this even up? Because everyone is a little pervert inside and thought she would run around naked now. But no. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe I want to bring out the tension for me. I pulled Natsumi by the hand, leading her through the hallways at a quick pace. You are a fast runner. You are a fast runner, right, Nak-chan?
大丈夫だと思う
Yes, I think I'll be okay. Isuno should be waiting for us in the classroom, just around the corner up ahead. We are going to run there. I went through the hallway, paying careful attention to my surroundings. I could no longer hear Oni-chan's voice from outside. We reached the classroom safely. Great! Just like we planned. Isuno was waiting on the other side of the window.
この窓から出ろ急げ
Wait, what? Hurry! Escape from the window! Isuno yelled from his perch. Okay, if we've made it this far...
ほおずきは屋上までおびき出したがもうこっちへ向かってるもたもたするな
Hoizuki went all the way to the roof, but he's on his way here now. Don't waste time. Hey, you didn't have to tell me that. Nak-chan, you go on ahead.
ケンちゃんは
Aww. What about you? You were the one held prisoner for 3 days in a dark cell. I mean, come on. Hurry! But there's nothing to worry about. I gently squeezed Natsumi's palm. Oh god, I was a little bit harsh there.
信じてるね
I believe in you.
よし夏美ちゃんのことは任せろ
Alright, just leave Natsumi-chan to me. Yeah, Don't worry about me. Isuno smiled in relief. It was a bit out of character for him. ... He took Natsumi and escaped into the crowd. Now I needed to take on the final challenge. We couldn't just leave it at this and escape. I still didn't know if Tooka and Oni-chan were safe. Furthermore, we would have ended up getting all of the townspeople involved. So for the sake of everyone who had cooperated with us... That didn't take you long. I spoke without turning around. So he had ignored Oni-chan and had come straight to me.
私を超えられれば一件落着というわけか。
You are thinking that you can settle everything by defeating me? That wasn't really a question, he said it with a period. You are thinking that you can settle everything by defeating me. I heard the sound of his gun safety being released as I turned around. Oh, okay. I never pointed this out, but I kinda like that Kenichi's eyes look like the eyes of a demon, because it is such an unusual red color. I mean, every character, well... I mean, his color palette looks very like a little demon. To me, at least. I was staring down the barrel of his gun.
樋口三郎の真似事か。
So, you are putting on the same act as Higuchi Saburo? Yeah, I guess you could say that.
これは国家に対する反逆だ。
This is treason against the nation. It's our victory all the same if I can defeat you.
お前を倒せば外の暴動など簡単に鎮圧できる。
And I can easily suppress the riot outside if I defeat you. Do you really think so?
慢心は失敗を招くぞ。
Overconfidence invites failure. Surely you know this. It wasn't overconfidence.
武装はナイフだけか。
You are armed with only a knife? Guns are a bit too loud, you see? In fact, I took down your private army with nothing more than my bare hands. And I should be able to do the same to Hoizuki. If I could take this to hand combat, my victory was assured.
お前は今こう思っている。眉間に突きつけられた拳銃さえ何とかできれば私を倒せると。
Let me tell you what you are thinking right now. You are thinking that you can defeat me if you can just do something about the gun pointed at your forehead. Indeed, you should really be more careful.
だが私は今すぐに引き金を引かない。なぜだかわかるか？
However, I shall hesitate to pull this trigger. Do you understand why? Because it would be a waste to kill me now, after having spent all of that time and effort raising me.
その通り。貴様がこの状況をどう打破するのか見てみたいのだ。
Precisely. I desire to learn how you intend to overcome this situation. Overconfidence invites failure. Surely you know this. This wasn't a goddamn movie. You should have just shot me and gotten this whole taking thing over with. Hoizuki stared down at me from the other end of the gun.
質問しよう。
I have a question for you. Go ahead.
私は常にお前の先手を取っていつでもお前を罠にはめることができた。なぜだかわかるか？
I am able to predict your moves and let you into a trap at any time. Do you understand why this is? Because you always knew what I was thinking.
どうしてそう思うのだ？
What leads you to believe this? Who knows? Well, I guess it'd be because of your wiretap.
手品というものは種がわかると腹立たしいものだろう。
It is a bit irritating once you figure out how a magic trick works. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, I guess that makes me one of those idiot spectators, huh?
私は恐ろしい。そういった固定概念がお前に根付いていたから、お前は簡単に騙されたのだ。
I am one to be feared. You have been deceived up to this point due to a preconceived notion taking root in your head. I see. Preconceived notion, huh? Okay, now I have to look it up. I'm sorry to break the tension here, but preconceived, I think I know what it means. And I hear the word notion. Preconceived. Preconceived. And now notion. There we go. Huh. Okay, now I know what it means. It's some kind of Vorahnung. Yeah, Hoizuki was a human, just as I was. The only reason he had appeared so threatening was because he had set the stage as such. Well, anyway, you are sure not showing me any openings.
お前も不用意に動いたりしないのはさすがだ。
I must also applaud your lack of careless movements. This wasn't going anywhere. Hey, can you make me a promise? Consider it your apprentice's last request.
聞こう。
Speak. If I lose, I want you to pardon everyone in town.
それは敗北宣言か？
Is that a declaration of defeat? Well, I don't mind if you take it that way. I just wanted to make my request known.
町民は罪には問わん。公開処刑は本来が非公式の行事であったため、我々としてもあまりことを荒げたくはない。
The people will not be considered as being involved. After all, this public execution was not an official event to begin with. We do not want things heating up too much either. Thank you very much. I think he meant by pardon everyone in town that every single one who has an obligation will be released or not. So, what about my friends? Hoizuki gave a thin smile.
もう一度公開処刑を行う。その時は弾頭台が5つ必要だな。
Oh, I knew it. We will hold another public execution. This time, however, it would appear that we are going to require 5 guillotines. Something inside of me snapped. I said it.
言ったはずか。
Yes, you said it. I had said that. What? What is going on? It would appear that we are going to require something inside of me snap. Said it. Yes, you said it. You should be more mindful of the people caught underneath your wheel. And that I would kill you if you messed with my friends. I told you that you had best remember it. Wait, what? I said it. Yes, you said it. I had said it. You should be more mindful of the people caught underneath your wheel. That I would kill you if you messed with my friends. I told you that you had best remember it! I did not move into action as I yelled. And that was because I had been catching glimpses of figures for a while now. Onichan and Tooka had moved behind Hoizuki, and I was waiting for them to give me an opportunity to strike. I should have told you that I was anticipating something like that. Because of this, Hoizuki pulled the trigger just a split second too late. His irises slid to the wide, and that was all I needed to decide the match. I grabbed his arm and made him drop his gun. Hoizuki escaped my grasp before retrieving his gun in order to avoid being caught in a joint hold. He really did know what he was doing. However, Hoizuki took a step back. He must have been unable to balance on that leg of his, as he was staggering to the left. I had already drawn my knife. I leapt toward Hoizuki, aiming for his defenseless left side. What? I felt an impact on my left side. My sight grew dim before I even had a chance to realize what was going on. The attack had taken me completely by surprise. I could hear someone desperately calling my name, but my mind was in such a disarray that I was unable to process the situation. Why? How? It had been a fatal blow aimed accurately at my vitals. Power left my knees. My shoulders trembled. I could barely breathe. Impossible. The unthinkable had happened. And it had taken only a moment. There was only one possibility as for what had happened. And that possibility filled me with dread. I think Hoizuki just faked his injured leg. I think his leg was actually healed up completely the entire time. And he had just acted the whole time that he was injured on one side. He faked an injury in his leg and was now able to kick him with it in his vital organs when he least expected it.
固定概念だな、森田。
Okay, that's a nice shot. That was just a preconceived notion, Morita. Hoizuki Masaomi stood upon the floor on one leg. His supposedly injured left leg was supporting the weight of his entire body. See? Exactly what I said! The cane that he had always used for support was not in his hands. He had only staggered to the left in order to prepare a roundhouse kick. You gotta be joking! For 7 damn years!
樋口リリ子も7年間孤独に耐えた。ありえないことなど世の中にはたくさんある。
Did Higuchi Ririko not endure solitude for 7 years? The world is filled with the impossible. Oni-chan had already crumpled to the floor. She had probably tried to save me.
私は足が悪い。お前はずーっとそう思っていた。だから最後の最後で爪を誤ったのだ。
I have a bad leg. You had always thought that. And that is why you played your final move incorrectly. I couldn't move.
もう一度質問する。
I will ask you once again.
私は常にお前の先手を取って、いつでもお前を罠にはめることができた。なぜだかわかるか？
I am able to predict your moves and let you into a trap at any time. Do you understand why this is? It wasn't just because you knew what I was thinking?
森田の思考など他人の私にわかるはずがなかろう。
How on earth would I read your thoughts? I am not you, Morita.
よく我々のように人の上に立つ人間は下の者に向かってお前の思考は手に取るようにわかるというが、実際はそんなことはない。
Those who have assumed the position of leadership, such as myself, often speak as if they know others' thoughts in advance. This is not actually the case, however.
我々は他人の思考を予測しているのではなく、思考を否定しているのだ。
You see, we do not predict the thoughts of others. We designate them. Designate them? Do I not know what the word actually means? Hä? Wait, what? They define, provide, prearrange, cause them? We do not predict the thoughts of others, we cause them. Or we create them. So in other words, he makes him to think what he wants him to think. So he's arranging the actions he does. Designate? My eyes went foggy.
森田たちがどんな作戦を立て、日向夏美を救出しようとするのか、それは予測しがたいものだった。
It would have been extraordinarily difficult to predict the strategy you chose in order to rescue Hinata Natsumi.
だが必ず最後には私の弱点をついてくると確信していた。不自由な足を狙い、攻撃を仕掛けてくると思ったのだ。私は唯一それだけに備えていた。
However, I was quite confident that you would attempt to attack my weak point in the end. You would mount an attack aimed at my disabled leg. I made preparations for that moment alone. I could do nothing but laugh.
お前はただ私の指定した檻に誘われたに過ぎない。
I merely invited you into the cage which I had designated for you. This monster had deceived me for 7 whole years. Oni-chan couldn't move. I couldn't move. I had to move, and yet my consciousness was growing dimmer and dimmer.
お前の負けだな。
It looks like you lose. My jaw slackened at this comment. It must have seemed as if I were nodding in agreement. Lose? Lose, you mean? My eyes closed themselves. I had not been able to help anyone. Unlike 7 years ago, there was no time for a sense of guilt to take root in me. There was not enough time to think about my friends. Wait, did he lose? Is this a bad ending? Doesn't look like it. A musty scent enraged my senses. Ugh. Sparks flew through my brain. My vision shook from side to side. Someone was calling me.
ケンイチ
For some reason, my right wrist felt particularly cramped. Trying to move it sent stiff waves of pain down my spine. I could feel a cold sensation against my rear. My whole body felt sluggish. I tried to stretch my leg muscles.
起きた
Ken, you awake?
ケンイチ
Where am I? We were surrounded by the drab walls of the prison. Trying to move my hand resulted in nothing but the sound of iron. My arms dangled at an angle such that I could not move them. I stared down at myself blankly. My wrists had been fastened with iron cuffs, which were connected to the wall by chains. Both of my arms were restrained.
ケンちゃん大丈夫
Ken-chan, you okay? Oh, Nak-chan, glad to see you again. I looked around at everyone. I'm the only one in chains?
ごめんどうやっても素手じゃその鎖を外せなかったんだよ
Sorry. No matter what we tried, we just couldn't get them off of you with our bare hands. Her fingernails were stained red with blood. Oh god. Hey now, your fingers have better things to be doing than that.
ケンイチどこか痛いとこない
Kenichi, are you in pain? What about you?
平気だよ
I'm okay. She forced a smile.
ここに入れられて丸一日が経ったわ
It's been an entire day since they threw us in here. Oni-chan calmly explained the situation.
ケンが倒れた後私たちは順を追うようにホウズキに捕らえられたの外の暴動もあっさり収まって主だった人たちは拘束されたようね
After he took you out, Hoizuki captured the rest of us. They didn't have any problems with the riot outside either. It looks like they've incarcerated the most influential people in town. Incarcerated? Wait. Incarcerated, let's see. Go. Oh! Oh! So they put them into prison and only the others went there. So the other townspeople, except for the most influential ones. No, I mean, I think he did it after the riot. What about Isuno and Kyoko-san?
お母さんは私と一緒に捕まってどこか別のところへ連れて行かれたの
They caught my mom along with me, but they sent her to a different location.
磯野くんは見てないよ無事だといいけど
I haven't seen Isuno-kun. Let's just hope he's okay. He might have been able to get away somehow. I see. So basically, I had failed. I had made the wrong move at the very end.
でもみんなまだ生きていてくれてよかったです
But it's a good thing that everyone's alive. Only Natsumi still held home. Okay. I'm going to leave this episode here now. I just wanted to see what happens after he was put out. Alright then. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And I will hopefully see you then in the next one. So stay tuned for that.